Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm sharing a skincare video with you. This has been highly requested, but before we get into it, obviously I have absolutely no makeup on right now. And the reason I decided to film with a bare face today is because we're talking about my skincare regimen. I thought it was important for you guys to actually see my skin, not what my skin looks like with a full face of makeup on. So I have absolutely nothing on right now. I haven't even moisturized or used my eye cream this morning. So this is what my face looks like when I wake up. So I did wash my face this morning. That's the only thing I did because I did actually just take a shower. But other than that, I don't have any makeup on. So as many of you know already, I am 36 and I've never really hidden that from you guys. I'm always really upfront with you guys on how old I am, and I do mention it quite often in videos. And often when I mention it, people ask me, what skincare are you using to keep your skin looking young? So that's what we're gonna be going through today. Now obviously you guys know a lot of the way that your skin ages has to do with your genes and your eating habits and how much water you drink. But I also do have a very specific skincare regimen that has really helped me with my skin. So to give you a little background, I have, as I mentioned, I am 36, so I do have kind of aging skin. I also have combination skin. It sometimes leans more dry, it sometimes leans more oily. Right now, this time of year, I do tend to be more oily. So that does kind of fluctuate what I do with my skincare regimen a little bit, depending on if I'm more dry or more oily. I do tend to be more acne prone as well, so I usually try to find more lightweight moisturizers and products like that that are not going to be too heavy and to sit on top of the skin, because that will clog my pores and break me out. So if you have similar skin concerns to me, or you want to just see what I'm doing to keep my skin looking its best, then keep on watching. First thing I wanted to address, because I feel like my eyes are looking so puffy today. It was like 97 degrees yesterday here, and even though I drank a lot of water, I felt like I woke up a little dehydrated this morning. So because of that, my eyes are super puffy. Normally they're not quite as puffy, but I do usually have a hooded eye. So we're gonna start with the skincare regimen. We're gonna start with my AM routine, and I'm not gonna show you applying everything because I wanna talk about not just AM, but my PM routine, and also I'm briefly going to get into some of the treatments that I do, like the more targeted treatments, but there is a lot of different masks and treatments that I use depending on what my skin needs. So I might do a part 2 to this video. So today's video is mostly going to be just talking about my routine, my AM and my PM routines. So starting with AM, I always apply a serum first. Right now I have been using this one from Kate Somerville. This is the Age Arrest Anti-Wrinkle Serum. This I've only been using for about a week now because it's pretty new for me, but I ran out of my other serum, so I switched over to this, and so far I really do like it a lot. I haven't seen any dramatic results from it yet, but like I mentioned, I haven't been using it very long. So this is what I'm using first in the AM. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to tell you guys, I use completely different products, AM and PM, because of the way that I like my skincare, where I apply my skincare. I like having in my everyday makeup drawer my AM routine, so that when I'm applying my makeup, I can do my skincare. I just sit down, I do my skincare, let that absorb, and then move right onto my makeup. So I like that to be with my makeup. But for my PM routine, other than the cleansers and stuff that live in my bathroom, because I obviously need the sink for applying those products, my nighttime skincare I have next to my bed on my nightstand. And the reason I like that there is because after I'm done, you know, getting the kids to bed, done with my day, and I want to sit down and unwind in bed and maybe read a book or watch YouTube videos, then I will lay down and do my nighttime skincare routine next to my bed. So for that reason, I have 2 separate regimens and none of the products overlap. Okay, and then also for my AM routine, this is something you guys hear me talk about in almost every video. I don't know when I don't talk about this product because I am so obsessed with it. This is the Algenist Complete Eye Renewal Balm. This is my favorite eye cream. Sometimes I do have 2 of these and I'll use one AM and one PM because I like using this so much. I do like it for both AM and PM, but if I only have one like right now, I use it in the AM because it is such a great under makeup eye cream. A lot of eye creams can be too thick or too sticky for underneath makeup, but this one works great. And as you guys know, because I've talked about it so much, it just, when I'm using this eye cream, I notice such a big difference with the little fine lines I get underneath my eyes. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a bit so you can see better. I do sometimes get these little fine lines underneath my eyes, but I do notice that those almost completely disappear whenever I'm using this eye cream. And if I run out of this and try just switching to a different eye cream, I notice them come back almost immediately. So this is definitely something that is a must-have in my opinion. I will sometimes, like I said, do a different PM one and use this in the AM, but I will never not be using this. This has to be part of my routine. This is essential for my eyes. So yeah, I definitely recommend trying that out. As far as lips, I always apply a lip balm AM and PM. Also, I will apply one usually throughout the day, but I have one for my AM and for my PM routine. Right now for my AM, I have been using this Bite Agave lip balm. It just looks like that. It is a little thick, so usually what I do is I do all of my my skincare regimen and then let it sit for a few minutes before I go into my makeup. But by the time I get to my lipstick, which is usually the last thing I apply, if there is any of this left on, I will kind of blot it away. But usually by the time I get to that step, it's kind of worn down anyway. And then the last thing for my AM routine, I do use this Ole Henriksen Counterbalance Oil Control Hydrator. So this is another kind of new item for my AM regimen, and part of it is because I ran out of the other one I was using, but part of it is I needed to switch to something a little bit more lightweight and better for oily skin, because now that we're getting into the hotter days, my skin is a lot more oily and I produce more oil throughout the day, so I need a moisturizer that's good for oily skin. And this is brand new from Ole Henriksen. This one is supposed to help rebalance your skin oils. So it controls oil throughout the day, but it also will help to rebalance your skin oil if you feel like your skin is overproducing oil. This is a really, really good one. I love the way it smells. It smells like tea tree. It's got that kind of cooling, soothing feeling, which is a really nice kind of refresher and like wake me up kind of item. So I really recommend this as an AM moisturizer. I think it's a really good one, especially if you are more oily. All right, I'm going kind of quickly through this because there's so many products in my skincare regimen. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy how much product I use, but next we're gonna move into the PM. So for the end of the day, the first thing that I do when I'm ready to remove my makeup is I use an oil cleanser. So if you've never used an oil cleanser, it does work a little differently than a traditional cleanser. You do apply it to dry skin on just right on top of your makeup. So I'll have a full face of makeup on. I take a little bit of this. This, by the way, is from Ole Henriksen. It's the Truth, Uncover the Truth 3-in-1 Melting Cleanser. It's like a jelly kind of cleanser. I just take a little bit, rub it right into my face. You don't need very much. And then once you get it everywhere, I do use it a little bit on my eyes as well to get off my eye makeup. Then you wet your skin and rinse it away. And it just melts, literally melts. All the makeup comes right off. Now this for me is a pre-cleanse treatment. They do say that you can use this as your only cleanser, but I don't like using it that way. I feel like I need to cleanse after this, and there is still a residue of a little bit of makeup left, especially on my eyes. So what I do after I've done the like melting away, then I go in with a regular cleanser, and the one I've been using most recently, this is almost gone. This is the Korres Greek Yogurt Foaming Cream Cleanser. I really like any cleanser that's gentle. I feel like when you have combination skin, if you use something too harsh and too stripping, then your skin will start overproducing oil and you'll get a lot more oily. So I like using a very gentle cleanser, and this one has been a really good one. And like I said, I am almost out of this. So I'll go ahead and cleanse with this after my pre-cleanse. And then the last cleansing step, I go ahead and use a little bit of eye makeup remover. This one that I've been using most recently is the Sephora Collection Waterproof Eye Makeup Remover. It does have like the blue that separates from the clear part, and you just shake it up really good before you go to apply it. And I just put a little bit of that on my Shiseido cotton square and then hold it on my eye for a few seconds and wipe it away, and that gets any excess eye makeup off that might be left on my eye. And then the very last thing that I do, like for my bathroom step, my bathroom part of the regimen, is a toner, and I've been using this Peter Thomas Roth Unwrinkle Turbo Toner. I really like this one because it's gentle. I don't like toners that are too much alcohol where it burns. I won't use those. I like a very gentle toner, and this one is supposed to be like a toning lotion, so it's very gentle. So I like using this just as a very last step, just to make sure I didn't miss anything and just to make sure my skin is completely clean. Okay, from there, after I have cleansed my face and all of my makeup is off, I will stand in the mirror and look at my skin really closely, and I'll just see how my skin's doing. If I can see any dryness, or if I can see any fine lines and wrinkles that I don't normally have, or if my skin just looks dull or saggy, maybe enlarged pores, anything like that. I'm just looking for any signs. You know, what is my skin doing right now? What is it needing right now? And then once I've evaluated how my skin is, I might do a treatment. So I usually try to do a treatment, whether it's a sheet mask or a traditional face mask or like a very deep exfoliant or a peel or anything like that, any kind of a treatment product. I usually try to do that 2 to 3 times a week. If my skin's really bad, I might be doing one every single night. So it really just kind of depends on how tired I am. When I'm really tired, I skip it all together, and how well my skin is behaving. So I am gonna skip over what treatments I do. I'm gonna save that for the end, and we're gonna get into my nighttime moisturizing and serums, and then at the very end, I'm just gonna briefly talk about treatments. But like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you wanna see a part 2 with an in-depth, like what treatments I use for what my skin is doing, let me know. All right, so for the very first step for my evening, like moisturizing step, I usually try to use some sort of a serum. Now right now I'm kind of between serums, and I'll show you what I'm doing right now. So right now what I've been doing is this Kate Somerville Retisphere Peel. I was also using the dual vitamin C serum from Kate Somerville, but I ran out of that, and how I was using it, how it was recommended from the brand to use it, was this one night and then the dual serum another, you know, the next night, and then you rotate back and forth. Well, I ran out of the serum first, so I've been using this every other night on its own. So this is like it's like a very gentle peel. It's a resurfacing product. It does have retinol in it, but it also has a glycolic treatment. It's a retinol glycolic treatment, so it's a combination, it sounds like, of the two. So what it does is it helps to resurface your skin, which helps with all signs of aging. Whenever you're speeding up the cell turnover, you're gonna see a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles. You're gonna see more even skin tone. You're gonna have less breakouts. It just helps with basically everything. So this has been an amazing product for my skin. I've definitely seen a very big difference in how even my skin tone is since I started using this. I used to have a lot of like acne scarring that would not go away, that would stay with me for months, and a lot of breakouts like randomly. That has cleared up a lot. Even some of the redness that I've had forever around my nose is diminished. I definitely have a lot more even skin than I did before I started using this. So I really love this product. I am almost out of it, unfortunately, but this is something I will definitely be repurchasing in the future. But yeah, like I said, I've been using this every other night as a serum step. So on the nights that I'm not using this, on the off nights, I have been using the Korres Black Pine Active Active Firming Sleeping Oil. So this is a little heavy for my skin. I cannot use this every night, and that's why it's been working well every other night. So I'll use this one night and this the next night. But when I use this sleeping oil, I don't moisturize. I use it as like a serum and a moisturizer in one because I don't need both when I use this. So I do really like this product, and I feel like this will work better for me in the winter time. I was using it in the winter time and liking it a little bit better. Every other night has been not too bad with it. So this is just, it smells amazing, by the way. I really like the way it smells, but this is just a little bit more of a lightweight oil. It's not quite as heavy as like the Argan oil if you've tried that one. Maybe close to like the Argan Light, how it's a little bit more lightweight and absorbs a little quicker. So what I do when I use this one is I just take a little bit into my hands, warm it up on my hands, and then just kind of press it into my skin and neck. So yeah, I've been using that every other night. So on the nights that I use the retinol treatment from Kate Somerville, I do follow that up with a moisturizer, and most recently I went back to using this. This is something I've used off and on for years now. This is the Ulla Henriksen Sheer Transformation. I like this in the summertime for my skin because it is so lightweight. It's the perfect moisturizer that will give me the moisture I need without being too heavy. I need something that absorbs quickly, and this has been a really good one for a long time for me. So yeah, that's what I've been using on the nights that I use the Kate Somerville. Next, I want to talk real quick about this face cream I've been using. I have been using this Skin Food Miracle Food 10 Solution Cream. I was using this in the winter on my face, but when it was really dry, but now this will break me out so bad. I cannot use it on my face, so I've been using it as a neck cream, and I've actually been really pleased with the results. I have some very deep lines in my neck, but I have noticed that they've been much less prominent since I started using this as a neck cream. I am actually almost out of it. I don't have very much left in there because I've been using this for a while now. So I do really like this, and I think if you have dry skin, you would love this for your face as a night cream. But like I mentioned, it's just too heavy for me right now, so I've been using it as a neck cream and really pleased with that. All right, just a couple more things for my nighttime routine. So next, for my eye cream at night, most recently, I've been using this Fresh Black Tea Age Delay Eye Concentrate. This is the #1 selling eye cream on the Sephora website. It's very thick, so even though it looks like I barely touched it, I have been using this for a few weeks now. You barely need any of this product. You know, I really don't think it's a great eye cream. I honestly prefer the Algenist one by far. That one is still my holy grail. But I have other ones even that I've tried that I like better than this one. I really like the Shiseido White Lucent one. That one's really good. There was one from Avito that I really liked as well, or Aveeno that I really liked as well. But this one, it's okay. It's okay. It's a little heavy in my opinion, and I just don't see the same results with my eyes looking more hydrated, more firm, you know, less fine lines and wrinkles. I think it's okay. But I'm gonna use it because it was very expensive and I don't wanna waste it. So I'm gonna continue using it, but I'm gonna use my other one for the AM because that one gives me the results that I need. All right, and then the last step that I do for my nighttime like moisturizing is for my lips. I've been using this Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream. It's like an intense lip balm. It's almost gone. I have really been enjoying this. This is definitely something you want to apply at night because it is thicker. It smells really nice and it's very, very hydrating. So this has been a really good one. This is something I would consider repurchasing in the future. I just have a lot of other lip treatments to get through before I would consider repurchasing this, but I definitely really liked this a lot. It's a really good one. And I have noticed a difference with my lips being a lot more hydrated, less cracking and peeling, so it's a really good one. All right, and then as I mentioned, I'm just gonna briefly go over just a few of the treatments that I might use depending on what my skin is doing. Now, this is not even half of what I own. I grabbed a few face masks. I also have a huge collection of sheet masks that I might go to as well, but usually it's depending on what my skin needs. If I feel like it needs some brightening, I might either use this Glam Glow Flash Mud, which is their brightening one, or the Korres Wild Rose. This is the instant brightening mask, but I also have the sleeping one, and I really like these for brightening. Also, they make your skin really smooth and soft in addition to the brightening, so that might be what I do if I feel like I have some unevenness in my skin, or if I'm seeing some like new sunspots pop up, then I might use those. If I feel like my skin just looks tired and dull, then I might use something like this Pure Blue Agave Mask. That kind of just like brightens. It has a really cooling, soothing sensation, so it just feels good. It wakes your skin up. So I might use something like that. If my skin needs hydration, I would reach for something like this Glam Glow Mask. This is the Thirsty Mud from Glam Glow. If my pores are clogged, I have a lot of options for that. I have the Glam Glow one. I have this Peter Thomas Roth one that warms up, that's really nice. I also have my Dr. Jart little ones, or this Origins Retexturing Clay Mask. And then if I feel like my skin is sagging, I might use my Dr. Jart All That Contours, or this one from Fresh is the Black Tea Firming Overnight Mask. This one has a weird texture, but I kind of like it. So that's just kind of a quick overview, but like I said, if you want to see a more in-depth on treatments, let me know, and I could definitely put together something for you guys. So I hope you guys found this video useful. As always, I will link all the products that I mentioned down below in the description box. There's a lot of products here, you guys, and I'm sure you guys think I'm crazy that I use this much, but this is what I use on a daily basis. I honestly do use all of these products, and as you can see, my skin has gotten so much better. If you have watched some of my older videos where I did film with a bare face, my skin used to be really uneven. I had a lot of acne scarring, a lot of active breakouts, even some fine lines and wrinkles and sagging skin, and I've addressed a lot of those issues just by really coming up with a skincare regimen that is working. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video today, you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys!